B. Spence Kempilitisca, a psychology graduate here in Mindanao, and then now a counseling student at De La Salle University. So I think that's it po, Coach.
Thank you very much, Harvey. I'll make sure na hindi ko siya makalimutan ngayon. Coach Sen, pangalawa ka ng tinawag ko at baka makalimutan kita mamaya.
Good afternoon po sa lahat ng nandito. Again, I am Arsenio Disanco, Coach Sen. A lot of my friends call me Coach Sen. I am with USP, Women's Basketball, and of course also with Enderan Colleges. So, yun. And I also pala, usually kasi tinisimula ng Enderan Colleges I coach. I also teach ESL sa Enderan, English or second language. Yeah. Pero ngayon medyo wala pa kami kasi, we're nasa pandemya pa tayo. So, yan lang. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Coach Chen. And also thank you for posting that picture of yours, yung grupo nyo during the E-Night, no?
Yeah, it was great. Mamaya, our video will tell, it was really great.
Thank you. And thank you for appreciating that process.
Yeah.
Let's call on Jill.
Hi, sir. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Jill Santiago of Xavier School, San Juan. PE teacher of senior high school in part of the athletics office. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill. After Jill, let's go to Cagayan de Oro. Pong.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see you, Coach, and sa lahat.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pong. After Pong, let's call Coach Peter Barcelon.
Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see you again. Most of us siguro very maganda yung experience din sa E-Nights. So, yun, excited to listen to sa E-Nights and kay sa speaker natin today.
Thank you very much, Coach Pete. After Coach Pete, let's call on Marvin Chin.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Marvin Chin. I'm from Iloilo City. I'm an entrepreneur. And I apologize for the muffled voice and the swollen face. I just had my wisdom tooth extracted. Sorry. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and thank you, Marvin, for still joining us this afternoon. Thank you for finding the time. Marvin, after Marvin, let's call Father Nono.
Mayong buntag. I'm Father Nono Labosada. I'm assigned in Ateneo, the Sacred Heart School, Ateneo de Cebu. It's good to see everyone and expecting a good session again with everyone. So thank you.
Thank you, Father Nono. After Father Nono, let's call Dana.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dana, and my full name is Diana Bautista. I'm from Palawan State University, from your host next year, and I'm a PE teacher, and yes, that's it. I'm the middle group.
Thank you very much, Dana. And again, Akiko, the Palawan State University community, the PE department is really psyched up in hosting that November 2022 National Summit. And I'm just so happy that we found a very empowered community to take care of us by next year. So after Dana, let's call Che Jamili, all the way from Zambales.
Magandang hapon po sa lahat. Ako po si Che Jamili and I represent dance sport from different levels. Magandang hapon and I'm very excited to be here today. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Che. After Che, let's call Ma'am Fe, all the way from Batangas.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, Miss Akiko, and to my batchmates. I'm Dr. Femidina from Lyceum the Philippines University, Batangas, and looking forward for a great session again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Fe. Of course, after Ma'am Fe, let's go to Pampanga. Trish.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Coach and Miss Akiko. I'm Teacher Trish. I'm from Westfields International School, and hoping for a great day again from Miss Joy. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Trish. And of course, let's hear it from one of our speakers, Coach Rick. Your greetings to everyone.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone. I'm very honored to be with you all. And really, I'll do my best to share everything that I can share to all of you with all the 5 Olympics that I have been involved. And really, I can make something different from all of you. I assure you of that. Thank you so much. And I congratulate the organizer of this OSLP, Mr. Noli and Akiko. Oh, congratulations to both of you. This is a big dashboard that you have shared to all of us. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Coach Rick, at nakakataba po ng puso na marinig yun galing sa iyo. After Coach Rick, we have 2 more participants na nakahabol. I'd like to call, nasa trabaho tong from Zamboanga City. Tingnan natin kung makakapagsalita siya. Coach Me Zapanta.
Hi, Coach.
Yun. Wala ka na sa trabaho. Mukhang nakabalik. Nakabalik na sa opisina. Nakatakas.
Nakatakas. Sabi ko, sorry, I need to go. Iniwan ko sila. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Coach Me Zapanta from Ateneo de Zamboanga University, from Zamboanga. And I coach women's basketball. At yun lang. May kailangan pa ba i-share, Coach? May kulang ba?
Wala naman. Enough na yun.
Thank you.
All right, and let's try to call Marvin. Marvin, do you have your audio working well? Marvin Malahito. Tingnan natin kung kaya niya or baka nagsabi naman siya, nag-abiso siya. All right, so wala pa si Marvin. Don't worry, Marvs. Just type if necessary. Yeah, mahina lang Anet. All right, so at this point, masaya ako na ilan sa inyo nabanggit na nag-enjoy kayo sa E-Night. In fact, hindi lang naman kayo ang nakapagsabi nun. Even yung mga nasa ibang OSLP, they really appreciate the E-Nights. So sabi ko nga, baka kailangan din yung E-Nights, may version yan pag nag-face-to-face tayo. No, so we'll try to find a unique version of that pag nasa face-to-face setup tayo. Kung ano ang ibig sabihin, kung paano natin gagawin ang E-Night na face-to-face. But don't worry, we appreciate so much that you appreciate that. So at this point, I'd like just to call on the 4 Beatles for a short sharing of what took place during your conversation this week. So let's start with Che.
Magandang hapon ulit. And kami po yung Group 1. Kasama ko po dun si Harvey Spence, si Marvin Chin, and unfortunately hindi po namin nakasama si Commissioner Arsalan due to internet connection problems. Yes. So, ako po ang impression ko and sa aming E-Night, actually, I had fun. We had fun. I'm pretty sure. And parang lumipas po yung isa or mahigit isang oras na parang nagpakwentuhan lang. And it's nice to know very young individuals, very young leaders who are actually, ang dami ko pong natutunan sa kanila and I cannot share all of it. Pero like maybe I can share one thing natutuwa ako doon kay Marvin. It's really impressed me nang nag-introduce kami. We started with knowing each other deeper. Mas nagpakilala kami more than what we would normally do here sa session natin every Saturday. And I am so impressed with the stats that he knowing that he is a financial analyst pala and ganon. So, and also with Harvey, his passion for psychology and performance and knowing what he is actually the why behind what he wants to do also made me realize of kung ano pa yung mga dapat ko ding mga gawin and dapat na pagtuunan, especially that I'm currently involved with the grassroots level of dance sport, and all the more I have realized kung ano pa yung mga bagay na dapat pwede pang i-involve to improve my sport, the organizations that I'm in. So I'm very happy that I have known these young talented leaders, and ayun po.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Che. And again, in the next E-Night, definitely expect new group mates in the process. All right. So after Che, let's call on Ma'am Fe.
Okay, good afternoon again. Okay, we had our E-Night. We started 7, although we missed Arnold.
Yeah.
But he sent the message the following day that he tried to get in, but unfortunately had an emergency to attend to. So we were 3, Father Nono and Marvin M. Because we have 2 Marvin, I call him Marvin M. I think we 3, there's a common denominator. All of us love sports.
Yeah.
And I think everybody does. So from Marvin, we learned that he's a teacher. He used to teach with Dep Ed. He started with the children, and he also was an athlete. Although he said he was not able to get into a higher level of being an athlete, he never enjoyed yung mga perks ng isang athlete getting into athletic program of big universities. But getting into sport as a common denominator sa kanyang buhay, marami siyang natutunan. And one thing na in answering question number 2, why do you do what you do now with your school? I really was amazed. He said that the frustrations he had when during his younger days as an athlete served as his motivators to give back, even giving back by teaching children, being involved in sports. Yun ang way niya para mapunan yung mga maybe there's a vacuum that was left because he wanted to be parang more immersed, more involved in sports, but it never happened. But being now in the youth development program, still in sport, you find fulfillment. For Father Nono, sabi nga namin si Father, never been an athlete, but he was an active bleacher watcher. He watched games, and he also served the people in sports, the school. He served as yung spiritual. Kasi being an athlete, kailangan talaga natin yung the spiritual side of everyone. So si Father Nono, binibigay niya, he conducts masses before games. He conducts yung mga guiding the children. So he may not be, but he also sometimes he ran, nagpa-participate siguro mga small time, but not really being an athlete. So kay Father Nono, sa kanya yung giving his little time, giving his advices to athletes, it really counts a lot. Yung sabi ko nga, we have to see sports in the essence of what we call the total development of an individual, and that is we also need the spiritual side. Now for me naman, I think we share the common. We have that passion, that commitment. With the athletes that we had taken we had a very parang re-engineering our sports program in 2016 when I got Mr. J.B. Gayoso as my sports director. I became a surrogate mother to a lot of athletes because they live in a dorm, and so they seldom go home. Some of them once a year. So I became a surrogate mother to a lot of our athletes. And yun na nga sinasabi ko na, why do I do this? Parang aside from there is the passion, the commitment. I think for me, there is that one big hand, that has been guiding me to be involved in sports so that I can touch lives. So with this, I think there's something we have to be thankful about, that we are in sports. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Fe. Let's call on Trish and last Dana, and then we'll call Miss Akiko. Trish?
Okay. So I'm with Miss Jill, Sir Peter, and Sir Pong last Thursday for our e-night session. And we have this common goal. We do love sports so much that we can even list down all our reasons. Because we have limited time to share those in our fun but meaningful e-night session. But to sum up what we have shared, we have one main reason why we love sports so much. It is because of the people who raised us or the people who gave us a second chance of life to become a better individual. We all came from a family of diehard sports fan, and because of that, we can't imagine living or doing anything except for sports-related work or activity. Miss Jill and Sir Peter aims to become a future sports leader in their respective areas, so they can inspire and help more in the development of their sports program. Sir Pong, whose dreams of continuing what he is currently doing is what we all want to do in the future. Why? Because it's the only way we can give back to the gift we received from those people who inspired us. At the end of our session, we agreed on making sure on kamustahan once in a while, and or maybe work on future activities or projects. That's it.
Thank you very much. And I am happy that you mentioned it, that you have had a conscious effort to stay connected. And we do encourage you, stay connected, and you'll never know how this connection will produce magic for you down the line. So thank you very much, Trish. And lastly, Dana.
Hi everyone. So I am with Coach Sen and Coach Me. Both of them are coach of basketball. So ako po ay ang kanilang bida. Actually, sinulat ko po 'yun, lahat ng mga natutunan ko sa kanila. Especially from Coach Sen, ang dami niya pong shinare sa amin. So very short lang, nung Tuesday kami e-nights because yun yung free namin. And for the question, what do you love or like most of about being in sports? So we parang yung common denominator namin or yung isang answer namin is that we get to meet people and we're able to listen to their stories, and we're able to also listen share our stories, and then from that we are able to learn from them. And then dun sa number two questions, which ito talaga yung pinakamaraming sharing, yung why do you love why do you do what you are currently doing? So pare-pareho kami ng sagot kasi po yung akin, I want to mentor then mga athlete, and I want to support them kasi yung mga athletes, yung magsusupport lang din sa kanila ay yung mga tao or those people who love sports. Because those who don't love sports, parang wala lang. Na-entertain lang sila. But they really don't love it how we love it. 'Di ba? So, if walang taong magsusupport sa kanila, who will support them? So, I want to be that one person na pwede nilang matawag na talagang supporter, or hindi lang supporter na nag-cheer or happy kapag sila ay nanalo, but behind the scenes, sino yung tumutulong sa kanila. And kay Coach Meg, ganun din, he found his purpose sa sports. Hindi lang pala siya videographer and editor ng MPG, but yon, makakapag-coach pala siya, and he was able to touch lives and mentor yung kanyang mga athletes. And kay Coach Sen naman, for 30 years na pagiging coach, 'di ba? Ang dami niyang na-share sa amin, and we actually want, kasama si Coach May, we actually want to be like Coach Sen. Yung mga magandang bagay, sabi niya iwasan daw namin yung mga pangit na nagawa niya, but learn, adapt yung mga ano po, yung mga shinare niya sa amin. And ano yung sabi niya? Sabi niya before, sabi niya po, I was not the same coach as before. My principles changed daw. So, winning is not everything. Yun daw yung principle niya dati, winning is not everything. It's one thing. Napalitan na yun na touching lives is everything. So, yun yung para sa kanya. And yung kay Coach Men naman na pinaka-point din na gusto ko, yung tagline or yung motto ng MPG na kalaro kita, hindi ka kalaban. Yung he found a friend, he found a companion sa sports. So, yun lang po.
Thank you very much, Dana. And also thank you very much to the three other BLs, Che, Ma'am Fe, and Trish. So please expect that in the next E-Night, there will be a new set of BLs to organize the group. And I think isa ito sa mga pinaka-mahalaga nating ganap sa ating komunidad, ang mga taga-organize. And we encourage you to organize people, especially when we start going back to face-to-face sports. Thank you very much, Beatles. At this point, I'd like to call on the President of the Philippine Olympians Association for her welcome remarks and to introduce our speaker this afternoon, Ms. Kiko Guevara.
Thank you, Nolly. Good afternoon. It's wonderful to be with you again this Saturday. And I just want to say how encouraging it is also to hear just your sharing, kanina, your whys and everything, because I was just feeling like it's so nice to be with like-minded people who are passionate about sport. And I hope, through what we're doing here, we're just, learning from one another, networking, and just trying to, as Noli likes to say always, just, build a culture of sport that we can be proud of, values that we care for, that are important to us. So yeah, I just want to say thank you for the sharings. I appreciated that very much. I'm really excited to introduce our speaker for today. I actually know a little bit about her, as I've been on other talks with her, and I know you will be very inspired by her story. MJ discovered sport fairly later in life than most people, and there have been a lot of twists and turns in her journey. But what I do remember from her story is that MJ really takes advantage of all the opportunities that have come her way. And she's a woman with her head on her shoulder, head on her shoulder. She values education, and as you'll see from her story, it's something she's never sacrificed. She's done alongside her sporting career, and she's a resilient woman and an entrepreneur. In this time of COVID, this woman, aside from keeping up her fitness and everything, she started her own online baking business, which is really commendable and admirable. And just not letting the whole situation hold her back or keep her down, just being able to move forward. And I've always really just admired her in so many other ways. MJ has the distinction of being our only Filipino marathoner to qualify for the Olympics, as well as still being a current athlete. Most of our sharers, as you'll find, are all retired from sport. But MJ is still very much active. Her story in sport, her life story, is still being created as we speak. And so I guess when she speaks, it's a different perspective also, maybe more current in that regard. And so MJ, thank you for just saying yes and always just being so generous about sharing your journey, your struggles, your triumphs, and all the lessons that you've learned. Really, what a blessing you are. So on that note, please take it away, MJ.
Hi, Ma'am Akiko, and thank you as always for inviting me to share my stories. And yun nga, every time na may mag-invite sa akin to share my stories, like if I would really take or give time to really do it, because I know in some way maka-inspire din naman, not only to the younger athletes but also to some coaches, because I know my story is worth to be heard also. So yon. So I will be playing some presentation para mas easier for me to share. Again, thank you I am very honored to be here with you this afternoon. So kita naman yung presentation. So again, yun nga, na-present naman ni Ma'am, nasabi, I'm the first Filipino 6-time National Milo Marathon Queen, the current national record holder in both marathon and half. And yan, participated in SEA Games and the National Milo Marathon record holder. Then would like to share also this short video.
First time I joined long distance, I collapsed on my first 10-kilometer run. That's 2009. And then I ended up in the emergency room. My father told me na undang na lang siguro ng running cause basin mara na yung matyan. And then ingon siya, sige kung mao na mong gusto. Basta make sure lang nga safe ka ba, amping ani mo permi mong lawas. Toughest race I had was the 2017 or the 41st National Milo Marathon, where I have to defend my 5th title. That few hours before my competition, my papa died. Both me and my papa want to win this title. He really wanted me to win this title. And then, that's his dream. And just, he said nga, sa finish line na lang ta magkita. You have to run. So with that in my mind, okay pa, it's too hard for me to compete nga wa man lang mi nagkita before asa ko nagkuha sa akong kusog to defend my title. It's him, it's my papa, because we promised each other to meet in the finish line. So with heavy heart, with too much emotion, with too much sadness, I ran my marathon for him. I just have to finish the race no matter what. It made me become a good person, a better person, and representing the country is impossible dream. Even running in the Olympics, and I never imagined nga isasag ko nga makakompete anang Olympics, and I made it. And I made it to be the first Filipina to qualify for the Olympics, and I was very, very happy. To the athletes and to the upcoming pride of our country, just always put your 100% dedication on your chosen sport, to whatever sport it is or to whatever career. Just put your 100% dedication, and also hard work. If someone is training hard, you have to work harder or the hardest. You have to double it if you want to really improve, and you have to be a disciplined athlete. You have to know also kung unsa imong gisugdan and what you're running for or what you're aiming for. Always dream big. It might be very impossible, but if you have to keep on working for that impossible dream to make it possible. Like, ask yourself every day, how much time do you spend in a day working on your dream? So, mao lang na siya. And then always stay humble. Always put your feet on the ground and have faith. Have faith on yourself. Have faith on your training. Have faith from God above, always pray and just stay humble.
So it all started with a dream. So just like running a marathon, life is also a process. I've had my fair share of challenges and struggles, as much as achievements and victories. But what keeps me going is my dream. So I have bigger dreams. So started when I was still 12 years old. I was introduced with the sprinting event in the school sa intramurals, and I was discovered na mabilis pala akong tumakbo. But my ultimate dream on that year was to finish my studies. So since that same year also, my parents separated. My parents separated when I was 12, and my papa single-handedly raised us 4 siblings. And yon, living was difficult for us. So during high school, I sacrificed sports just to focus on my studies, because my goal is to finish within graduate with a flying color para to get an academic scholarship for college, which I achieved naman. So graduated salutatorian and was given the privilege to study for, but not 100% free sa tuition fee. So since salutatorian lang ako, but then during college, I was offered for, aside from academic scholarship, meron pa rin mga universities who remembered the 12-year-old Mary Joy who was the potential in running. So I grabbed the varsity scholarship because this time parang I want to enjoy my college year, because since elementary and high school, all my life was really focused on getting a good grades, na ganito dapat si Mary Joy, just basa lang talaga and no other focus na yung gusto ko rin gawin sa self ko. And I do love sports because every intramurals, even though I focused on the academic side or on my studies, I still keep on participating every school intramurals in high school, joining any sports na pwede ako, team sports, individual sports, just any physical sports like basketball, volleyball, even badminton. Trinay ko yan lahat, and I really had fun doing it. So that's it. I used sports in college as a tool to finish my studies. So I finished Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in Management Accounting. And also in sports, I was able to finish my master's in Public Administration. So I dream big, and my dreams are bigger than the obstacles I have to face. I put my dreams to heart and I work hard. So I really put on some goal and then achieve it like step by step. So how do I find motivation for myself? So first, it's the continuous updating my goals. So when during college, so I have to balance my studies, and also at the same time, I have to pay back for my school for giving me the scholarship. So I have to represent well the school in terms of sports then. So I have to make sure na I made a balanced time for my academics at the same time sa sports. So yon, training in the morning, studies whole day, and then another training in the afternoon. That would be my routine every day during college. And then, so my ultimate goal for that time is to finish my studies and then represent the school in any sports competition and give honors to school. So yon, when I discovered being a long distance runner during my last year na sa college. So I was a sprinter for my first 3-4 years in college, and it was during my last year na-discover ako, I really worked hard on joining long distance running events, because that was the time na pa-start na yung mga fun runs and commercial races sa Cebu. And then that was the first time na when I get to join commercial races, commercial fun runs, nag-earn ako ng money. So my goal that time is just to keep on winning every commercial run, fun runs, because it was the first time na while studying, I get to earn something din. So that was my first motivation. Now I just have to keep on training, to keep on winning and to earn money, because yon, life was difficult and I have to, I think from 2009 until 2012, I really made sure na through my winnings, I can keep something for my siblings. So through running, I was able to finish my younger siblings also to college. So yun yung parang naging motivation ko. And then the next time was like after having them, like finishing them to college, it's time for me to ask myself, what would be your goal, Mary Joy? What would be your next goal? It's just to be here in Cebu and keep on, parang nakikita ko na yung sarili ko na ako na yung fastest runner here in Cebu, achieved something, I keep on winning to local races here, and that what would be next? Like I continuously ask myself na okay ka na ba dito, na yun na, dyan na lang ba, hanggang dyan na lang ba si Mary Joy? So number 2, my next motivation is to compete nationally and internationally. So I want to expose myself to national competitions because that's the time na na-introduce ako to be able to meet sino ba tong mga national athletes natin, national elite natin sa country, sino ba tong mga national team member. I want to meet them and I want to run with them. So then ask myself, how will I be able to do that? So through national competitions, we prepared for that, certain races na kung kailan kami magmi-meet with them. And then yun nga, next to national competitions, when I get to win and compete with them, like iba yung achievement mo when you run with your idol and then broke her record, and then yun nga, represented the country in international competitions is an added motivation for me to keep doing my sport. Like I have achieved so much in sports. So yun, and then I find motivation for myself is the people who believes in me. So as an athlete, mahirap yung may believe ka sa sarili mo, yes, but it's not really 100%. It's the people who saw you, like who really encourages you na you can do higher than that, or you can do way better than that, Mary Joy. I know you can, yung mag-cheer sa'yo na parang mas na-encourage ka to do better because may mga tao na nakikitaan ka ng potential talaga. So I keep on working for that, na they believed in me, so bakit hindi ako maniniwala sa sarili kong kakayahan? So it's just me who is setting limit to myself, and then some people saw bigger potential in me, so that also gives motivation. And then lastly is the pressure, because when you get to compete higher and bigger, the bigger the pressure. So it's not for me, pressure is part of the competition, or it's part of every athlete, kasi without the pressure we won't be able to improve, we won't be a better athlete. So it's just a matter of putting pressure on your back. So yun. And then what challenges did I face on my journey to the Olympics? So my journey to the Olympics was not easy. So it's a long road. Ang dami kong napagdaanan din. So first is the qualifying races, the accredited run competitions. So joining into the Olympics, you have to know na what are the qualifying standard. How will I be able to qualify? So yun, we need to hit a certain time, and then it's not every races na accredited. So you have to really look on accredited races na if you get that standard time, qualified ba siya? And then here in Asia, there are only few accredited races that you'll be able to qualify for the Olympics. You need to really fly to Europe, to US, to really find good races na accredited for the Olympics. So that was one big challenge for me. And then second is to look for support. So your training, preparation. Mary Joy is, yes, I'm very committed and dedicated to achieve something like my dream to be an Olympian or to be in the Olympics, in the world's biggest sporting stage. So I think that's one of the biggest trophy ng mga athletes, is to be in the Olympics. And it takes a village. No, I cannot compete, or I cannot be in the Olympics alone. I need to have a team, a support, because my resources here in the country won't be enough. Like, yes, you can train, but you still have like many things to consider: your nutrition, your mental, like everything. You have, kasi Mary Joy is just have to, pagsasabihan ako ng coach ko to run and train, I just have to do it. But other aspects na kailangan din to consider when you want to be in the Olympics, madaming bagay. Like, you have to really take consideration of so many things. So you have to look for support. So that's one of my challenge then, because we keep on, I remember that me and my coach keep on asking people to present, this is my dream, like that, this is our next goal. Since Mary Joy's timing was like, I think my best time, that time was 2 hours and 48. And then when we heard the Rio Olympics down, parang dinown nila yung qualifying nila from 2:42, 2 hours 42 to 2:45. I just need to hit 3 minutes of my best time to qualify. But that challenge again is there's only 6 months to qualify. Remaining 6 months, because that was like January of 2016. And then the last qualifying period is May 2016, because the Olympics is August. So yun yung challenge. And January of 2016, we keep on looking for sponsors na support sa training ko and preparation for the Olympics. There was a time na I was about to give up, but then since malaki yung heart ko to my Olympics, parang napipil ko siya na I can do this year talaga. So yon, February we met some good people to support me, and it was not easy because it was the first time na I was given a full support, private support, and was training in Japan for 3 months. And then my first qualifying race was the Boston Marathon. I finished 2 hours 49, and I was like 4 minutes behind my target time. And that was the first time na I was really devastated, frustrated, and 1 week akong hindi makausap nung taong nag-support sa akin, because I feel down kasi parang I sacrificed 3 months of full training just to hit that time and standard, but I did not. I failed, and parang saan ako nagkulang. It was the first time that I was training 3 times a day. I was very, very confident actually to really hit the time. So, but then I was given a second chance. Just a month after that, April of 2016, I fly to Canada. So Ottawa, May 2016. Actually, very thrilling kasi the last date of submission for the qualifying for the marathon is May 31. And Ottawa was May 29. And then that's it. I qualified like 2 hours, 43 minutes. Just 2 minutes faster than the qualifying standard. And another challenge was to be in the national team to represent the country. It's a long story, but then I was in the Olympics. I was able to represent the country and made my dream come true. Not only my dream, but it was actually the dream of all Filipino to run a marathon in the Olympics. And then, yon, failure. Yeah, I shared already that I also failed during my first trial to qualify. And then I stand back up again to continue the race. And the finish line, the ultimate finish line was to be in the Olympics and finish the race. And then one challenge also is your perspective and ambition, because when we say about perspective is how we look at things, is how we see the situation we are in, and that will fuel to us on our ambition. So whatever situation that we are in, it's how you see things, like it's how you weigh in things. So you can focus on the negative side, or you can always choose the positive side. So focus on your goal. And then what triggers me to reach for success in what I do? So aside from my goals and dream, so it's the overwhelming support and trust, because when I feel like I could no longer continue the race, it's just there will be like someone or people who keeps on giving their support. So yeah, that's one of my yung nagpupush sa akin to keep on doing my thing, to continue. Because one of the biggest challenge was sorry, when you know that you already qualified, but then parang ang hirap tumakbo for your country. So yun yung challenge dun eh. So yes, I was not part of the national team, but then I hit the standard, yung mga ganong bagay. So I qualified, but then yun, sometimes you feel like you are not accepted sa team. So you have to work your way, because your ultimate goal is you are already there, na-qualify ka na, then I need to be in the Olympics because I qualified and I want to pursue my dream. So yon. So I also compare my life as running a marathon. So it's a long road. It's not flat all the way. It could be bumpy, so there are lots of uphills and downhills, and sometimes you get lost, or sometimes you have to make a detour. But what is important is you know where you're going, and you have to reach your finish line. So kahit madapa ka, you have to get up, because you know that there's something waiting for you at the finish line. Like never start a race when you don't see yourself on a finish line. So yun yung parang race ni Mary Joy. And then, so here are the lessons or tips for sports. So can apply to any sports. So know your passion. So what are you passionate about? What is what you love to do? What yung ano yung talagang nasa heart mo na sport or career. And then set goals. So start from a smaller goal to a bigger goal. So keep on upgrading your goals. So after being the top athlete here in Cebu, my next goal is to be top athlete in the Region 7, and then to compete nationally, and then to be the top marathoner in the country. It was not an easy road. It's not an overnight success. It's a long process to be there. So, but I worked for it because that's part of the goal that I have to run, and then achieve it step by step. Yes, one step at a time. And important is being in the moment. So focus on one thing, not on everything. So you know, you have to, when some of the turning point of some elite athletes is the overwhelming triumphs and fame, but I've been like ma-overwhelmed ka din talaga when you I remember 2013 when I first got the national Milo Marathon title. It was also the time na break ko yung record ni Ate Joanne, and then I get to represent the country in the Paris Marathon. Like when it rain, it pours like in one big race, I was able to achieve many goals, like being the National Milo Marathon Queen, being the current National Milo Marathon record holder, to represent in a bigger sporting international marathon. Like parang na-overwhelmed din ako, but have to continue reminding myself na you still have a long race to go. You have to remember how you get there, and dapat hindi ka mawala sa daan mo na pupuntahan mo. So have to look back again and keep the humility, because yun eh. Once you are parang okay na ako dito. I'm the top marathoner already. I don't want to set another step. So no, I have to, parang hindi pa tapos yung karera ni Mary Joy, and have to always remember that, kasi pag lalaki na yung ulo ng isang atleta, makakalimutan na. So doon yung parang first failure niya. So have to really keep calm then when you achieve something big, and then know your why. Sometimes kasi it's good to remember why we are doing things, kasi that will fuel us to keep doing the sport that we love. So yun. And then putting pressure in your back. So that was, I said earlier na you control your pressure. Don't let your pressure control you. So yun, it's part of my name already, the pressure, but I have to control it. Yeah, I have to make it as a motivation to keep doing the sport that you like. And failure is part of the process. So you cannot win in every competition. This is sports. You win, you win. You lose, you lose. But it doesn't mean that when you lose today, you're gonna lose forever. So that's one reason also God created sunrise and sunset, because like tomorrow is a good avenue to look back how beautiful your past was, and to keep doing for a brighter tomorrow. So yon. And then sports, it's not always winning. So yon. You win, you fail, and you just have to finish your race. So whatever you put in your finish line, you have to keep on going until you reach your finish line. And don't forget to enjoy the journey. So for me, winning is not only getting the medal and the trophy. It's about giving your 100% and your best during a certain competition, even though you know that you are not winning the race. But for as long as, like, for me, winning is just second for the love of the game. And you know that you are giving your 100%, your best during that certain competition. That's already a win. Like, you are in that current moment and you are doing your thing, you are doing your best. That's already a win for me. And don't forget to enjoy the journey. And then you do it for yourself, and then always believe in you. So that's all for my sharing this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Joy, Mary Joy, MJ. Maraming salamat. Let's give Mary Joy our very positive emoji. Blinking fingers. Thank you very much. Thank you. Of course, at this point, we'll be going to our breakout rooms. And I will be sharing to you this very familiar set of questions. We'll have 3 groups this afternoon. And here are your guide questions. 1, what did you learn, discover, or realize from the sharing of Mary Joy, our Olympian in Rio 2016? Number 2, how can you apply these learnings, discoveries, and realizations to what you do in life or in sports? And last, before you end, assign 1 member to give a short sharing about your group discussion. Okay, assign 1 member to give a short sharing about your group discussion. So we expect 3 of you to be sharing later on before we end about what you guys talked about. So you're ready to meet your members in the breakout? Thumbs up. All right. Have a meaningful conversation. This is all about networking. This is all about storytelling. This is all about systems thinking. Create good stories for Philippine sports. Enjoy, everyone. All right. Welcome back. So let's hear it from the group representatives. Ano na pag-usapan nyo? Group number 1, the group of Peter, Ma'am Fe, Harvey, and Marvin.
It's Peter who will be sharing.
Yes, that's me. For us yung pinaka may impact sa amin was yung banggit niya na never start a race when you don't see yourself on the finish line. It was shared by Marv, by Harvey, diba? And also about yung dreaming big. Kasi when you dream big, it anchors yung sa perseverance mo. Kasi for MJ to experience yung mga challenges na yon, and she still persevered, yung resiliency niya on a personal level, on the sa sporting level, nakita niya yon, but she still went forward sa sa dreams niya, and she got it done not by just dreaming big, yung step by step, yung updating your goals. For me, yun yung pinaka kasi sometimes we get parang too entranced sa very big na dream natin, na sometimes kailangan natin mag-twitch, kailangan natin maayos ng konti. So if we are too rigid, na hindi na tayo flexible, it's something na makakahinder sa development natin. Miss Joy is an example sa pag-persevere. Marvin told us that every one of us has a potential talaga. It all just boils down into kung paano natin siya i-maximize, paano natin siya ma-realize. And for us to apply kung ano man yung mga natutunan namin, as simple as it seems, yung ginagawa ni MJ is parang, you can say normal for an athlete, but it's the focus on the excellence on what she is doing. So yung former coach ko said na excellence, about excellence, either you belong with the best or you fail in comparison to them. So what she's doing on every step of the way, she does it in a way na ito yung best. Kasi you might not win every time, but you can be excellent all the time. So even if you don't win, but when you give it your best, yun yung doon ka makakuha ng parang happiness, doon ka makakuha ng parang fulfillment. So yun, by learning that, alam na natin na if you don't give up, you will succeed. So parang na strengthen lang yung paniniwala. And sabi nga ni Harvey, success and failure, parang it's not the end point. It's just a part of the process of something else. So yeah, that's it for us.
Thank you very much, Pete. For group number 2, the group of Dana, Jill, Me, and Trish. Sino ang mag-share?
Present. Mga supporters ko dyan, baka naman.
Ayun.
Nag-promise kayo.
Napagkaisahan yung nag-iisang
Oo.
bulaklak sa grupo
Napagkaisa nila ako, coach eh. So, kung si Ma'am Mary Joy nahirapan maghanap ng supporters, ako meron kaagad. Sinuport nila ako para makapag-share. So, Yung sharing namin nila Sir Marvin, Ma'am Patricia, Ma'am Jill, and Ma'am Diana. Basically, yung answers nila namin, what struck us most, what hit us most is about yung katulad ni sabi ni Sir Pete kanina na yung never start a race without you picturing yourself in the finish line, and yung setting goals for your dreams, dreaming big, and to accept na failure is really part of the process, no? And but most of all, no, of all the comparing sports to life to sports, no, na like a marathon, yun yung for me, for yung answer ko, na paminsan may ups and downs, uphill battles, paminsan patag, paminsan we get lost, but we need to stand back up and finish the race, because as long as it's worth it, no. And to answer the second question po, yung how we could apply, no. Yung sabi ni Ma'am Jill na it takes a village, no. We would like to parang siya dito sa ginagawa ng OSLP. You know, like if we want to influence kahit konti and change the culture, change the mindset of people, dahan-dahan, di ba? So it takes a village, no? Kahit konti-konti, anong nalalearn natin dito is spread natin, share their stories to others also, that they may also create their own villages for a greater goal. So yun lang po. Thank you. Salamat supporters.
Thank you. Sa Zamboanga, ang mga supporters ni Me, karamihan din mga kababaihan. Dahil of course, kung alam nyo na, siya ang head coach ng women's basketball team ng Ateneo de Zamboanga. 15 strong yon sa lineup niya. 25 strong. Oh, so meron na pala.
Wow. May senior high pa kasi.
May senior high pa. Of course, last group, sa grupo ni na Father Nono, Coach Shen, and sino po bang napagkaisahan?
Sino nabully? May nabully. O nawala na siya. Si
baka na-disconnect.
Sinadya.
Sinong na-assign sana?
Si Che.
Ayan, nawala. Siguro, program na.
Okay. Sige.
Father.
Ako na lang, sige. So, mukha talagang, sinadya ni para makabawi sa amin. Anyway, siguro first, siguro thank you for the sharing of Mary Joy. No, all of us were inspired and we got many insights. No, the first thing siguro is it's really about passion, knowing what you want to do and where you want to go, and that will in a way it will mean everything. Everything will fall down. I mean, it will make sense now once you know where you want, like what she aimed for, national, regional, national, and then eventually international. So that was that. But also, one of ours mentioned that hindi lang siya individual dream, but it's also a collective or parang communal dream. No? Hindi lang ako to, but also people with me, no, who also aim for that dream. No? So that's where the support comes from. So hindi lang ako to, but again, I have a community to help, to support, which is, I think, very important. No? And also, siguro again, when mentioned about challenges and failures, siguro one thing was the challenges are there, and they are not just there because it's mindless na parang, okay, ginawa ko to, or I did this, but it was purposefully done so that I could level up, and the challenges will make me go there in that dream. No, at the same time, and many of you mentioned already, no, the failures, our disappointments, we did not achieve it, but we take things into perspective. No, sige, step 2 steps back, hopefully may 1 step forward. Hindi pala, 1 step back, 2 steps forward pala dapat. But siguro that's the ano. And so again, no, that perspective. And siguro one of us mentioned again, it comes with support, no. The validation that again, hindi lang siya because I'm great or I'm good. But it is somehow kailangan again, no, it goes back to the community, no, the validation of the community, the support of the community that will enable the athlete to move forward. No? So I think that was something that one of us mentioned that I think also important. No? And and I think it's a very important issue now in sports. But anyway, I will not do that. But again, no, so there, no, so it's the community, no. Marathon is a very individual sport, but behind that is a support that comes from community people. No? So it goes there. No? So that was what I remember from our group. Unless si Steph and si Coach Seno wouldn't have anything to add. But anyway, thank you.
Thank you very much, Father Nono, and of course, thank you to the other sharers. Before we end our session this afternoon, and again, the recording of this class will be posted in our Google Classroom, so you can always visit it if you still want to listen to the talk of MJ. MJ, before I ask you for your closing remarks, nakilala kita 2016, no? Naalala mo yon sa General Santos. I've always, nung nakita kita, na-meet ko kay ni Coach Philip, nakita ko nalaman ko yung kwento nyo, I told myself I will always be, in my own little way, support you in whatever I can. And I'm just so happy when amidst the challenges, you learn to overcome so many of them. Ito yung lagi kong tinatanong, no? Pag natapos na ang karera mo, Miss Mary Joy, ano ang pinaka-maaalala mo sa mga panahon mo sa sports?
Good question, Coach. I think it's both the achievements and the struggles, because I grow through what I go through. So in every struggles and obstacles na dinaanan ko, a new strength of mine surface. Like, it's a roller coaster battle for me. But yun, part na yung iiyak ka, not for the winning only. You also have to cry because yung expectation mo for yourself, like, hindi mo na-achieve. It's like that. And then how will you babangon ulit to continue the fight? And yung problem lang, ang challenge lang kasi is sometimes the negativities around you. So I have to really make sure na have to really stay away from them. Like the social media, grabe yung magpo-pull down sa'yo. But they don't know your story. So I that's why I keep on sharing any possible ways na I can. Because I have to defy yung mga, yung gagawan ka ng story. But then it's part. But yun, it's through sports I have achieved so many. Like I was able to finish my studies. I helped my siblings despite the how I grow. Like yung bata ka, dapat complete family kayo. Yung daan mo, hindi na ganito, hindi natutuwid yan kasi separated yung parents mo. But I keep on praying na sana I'll be led to a better road. Not really the straight road, but as long as I'll be guided to a better, good path, a better path. And then, yon. And then, nag-ano naman siya, nagbunga. And then to add sa story ko, when my papa passed away December 2017, we had our mama back 2018, early of 2018. We forgave her. No, it's difficult to forget, but it was one of my papa's last statement to forgive her, and we didn't ask na anong reason behind them separating. but we give her the chance to be a mother despite na wala siya sa mga important times na dapat andyan siya as a mother. But our papa, hindi siya nagkulang. He stand as a mother and a father, and we are raised like talagang lalaban. And then the four of us are really strong. So happy kami na we experience those challenges din, because yun nga, we grow as a better person. Yan.
Thank you, MJ. And I think this is all. I think we should do this, Kicks, no? Parang before we end, I have a question and you have a question too.
Or if there's a closing that they want to say. But MJ, you know, really, I just hearing you speak, you know, you speak with such wisdom also, you know, from and I know that sport and all the trials have really made you a stronger person as well. Father Nono, I see Jess here. Do you want her to speak now? She's here.
Yeah.
No, I'm teasing. No, because she was supposed to speak for your group. MJ, just one question. You know, a marathon is the longest, I think, sport. Yeah, aside from the Ironman. What typically goes through your mind when you're racing, or where do you want your mind to be at its optimum? You know, when you yeah. Because the mental aspect is such a huge part, and I know especially for a marathon because it's so long drawn out.
Good question again, Mom. Yun, many people keeps on asking me what runs to my mind when I run the marathon. But more or less, it's empty, Mom. When we start at the starting line, our goal, well, it's our ultimate goal, to get the time, to finish, to get the goal, whatever our goal is, that is our goal. You have to, yung kailangan mo lang i-control yung very excited ka at the start to really get your goal. Yung hindi kailangan dapat too much excitement will really disappoint you talaga. So overconfidence also, you have to consider that. Kasi as much as yung example for the marathon, we train for at least 3 months when you're in the elite level na, for a longer 1 year. So 3 months preparation, you were deprived to race, and then you are very, very hungry to show off what you have trained for. So sometimes during the starting line, you cannot control yung adrenaline mo. You have to really learn how to control, and patience. Have to focus on the pace na talagang trinain mo for that certain race, not overspeeding at the start, kasi progressive dapat si marathon yan. So yun. And then I just continuously talk to myself. If sometimes meron akong nafe-feel na pain somewhere sa part ko, have to really make sure na kailangan ko siyang i-balance, not to really parang i-push ko pa siya, since kunyari may blister ako on the right foot, have to make sure na hindi to lalala kasi it's a longer race pa. And dapat hindi rin mapansin ng kalaban ko na meron ako nafe-feel. Then, kasi it's an advantage for them. So every time na parang pagod na kami, at then during turning point, I have to make sure na maganda pa yung running form ko para hindi niya alam na patay na or nag-slow down ka na. So there's a long strategy and techniques along the way, and you work with your mind kasi having the training alone and your hindi yan yung magpi-finish talaga sa'yo. It's all in the mind talaga, and how you run your race. Yun.
Thank you very much, MJ, and Kicks. Thank you very much for another wonderful afternoon. Yes, before we have our group picture, let us
Coach
hear
Noli, I share something?
Yes, sure. Okay, please.
Yeah, I really appreciate, and I was amazing, you know, the resiliency of Mary Joy, and from the journey that she went through. You know, I shared it with my group. For me, at lagi sinasabi ko it doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters most is how you stand up after each fall. And I think that applies to everybody. It's a life learning.
Yes, Mom.
Thank you.
Very true. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Fe, for that very insightful reminder. MJ, your final message, and after this, we'll have a group picture kasi si Che talagang nag-log in pa para makasama pa sa group picture natin. MJ?
Yun lang. Thank you for listening to my stories, and I hope you can share it also. And then just continue supporting our athletes, and always know that in every athlete comes with a different story. So have to really listen to them also. So yun, support them in any ways you can. And yun lang. And prayers for our Philippine sports that mag-i-improve pa tayo and helping more. Meron pa tayong mapoproduce na maraming Olympians, or not only Olympians, for as long as many athletes na maka-represent din ng country. And marami pa matulungan ng mga atleta na ma-achieve din yung pangarap nila. Yun lang. And then everyone, always stay safe.
Congratulations,
Thank you very much.
Mary Joy.
Thank you, Mary Joy.
Thank you.
Thank you. And of course, we'll have a group picture. But again, also best wishes